Today's story will take us on an unexpected journey where curiosity and courage lead to a surprising discovery. The Clockmaker's Secret. It was a quiet afternoon in the small town of Willowbrook. The streets were empty, and a gentle breeze carried the scent of blooming flowers. Emma, a young woman with a love for old things, walked past the shops, admiring the signs that swayed softly in the wind. Her eyes caught a small, dusty shop tucked between a bakery and a bookstore. The wooden sign above the door read, "Morrison's Clocks." Emma had walked past it many times, but had never gone inside. Today, something about the shop drew her in, like a soft whisper calling her name. The door creaked as she pushed it open. Inside, the shop was dimly lit, and the walls were lined with clocks of every shape and size. Some ticked loudly, while others were completely silent. A gentle chime echoed from a grandfather clock in the corner, marking the hour. Emma felt as if she had stepped back in time. An old man appeared from behind the counter. He wore round glasses and a vest covered in tiny pockets. "Ah, a visitor," he said with a smile. "I don't often see new faces here. Welcome to my shop." Emma smiled politely. "Hello. Your clocks. They're beautiful. Do you make them yourself?" "I do," the man said. "Each one has its own story. But there is one clock here that is very special. It is not for sale. Only someone who is curious and brave may discover its secret." Emma's curiosity grew. "A secret?" she asked. The old man nodded. "Yes, follow me." He led her to the back of the shop, where a tall, intricately carved clock stood. It was unlike any other in the shop. Its hands moved backward, and strange symbols were etched into the wood. "This is the Moonlight Clock," he said softly. "It can show things that are hidden, but only for those who are patient and watch carefully." Emma leaned closer. She noticed that the clock's face shimmered in the dim light. Suddenly, the hands began to move faster, and the symbols glowed. A small door at the bottom of the clock creaked open, revealing a tiny key. "Take it," the old man whispered. "It will guide you." Emma picked up the key, feeling its cool metal in her hand. She didn't know what it opened, but her heart raced with excitement. She left the shop and looked around the quiet street. Nothing seemed unusual until she noticed a small alley she had never seen before. At the end of the alley was a wooden door, covered in ivy and almost hidden from view. She inserted the key into the lock. With a click, the door opened. Inside was a small room filled with clocks, all ticking in harmony. But in the center of the room stood a clock unlike any Emma had ever seen. Its glass face reflected the moonlight, even though the sun was still in the sky. The moonlight clock began to chime softly. Emma watched in awe as the hands moved, revealing a scene inside the glass. It showed the town of Willowbrook. But in the past, people walked along the streets, unaware of her presence. She saw children playing in the town square, a young couple sitting by the fountain, and a baker waving to a customer. Emma realized the clock didn't just show time. It showed stories. Stories of the town. Stories of people long gone. Stories waiting to be remembered. She understood then why the old man had called her curious and brave. She had discovered the secret of the moonlight clock. It was a keeper of memories. For hours, Emma watched the scenes unfold, each more fascinating than the last. She saw the beginnings of new friendships, the joys of simple moments, and the quiet acts of kindness that often went unnoticed. The clock reminded her that every moment, even the small ones, mattered. As the sun began to set, Emma carefully closed the door and returned the key to the old man. "Thank you," she said softly. "I will never forget what I saw." The old man nodded. The moonlight clock chooses its watchers. Remember, curiosity and patience can uncover wonders hidden in plain sight. Emma stepped back into the street. The wind carried the same gentle scent of flowers, and the town looked ordinary. But she knew its hidden stories now. As she walked home, she smiled, thinking about all the memories waiting quietly in the corner of everyday life, just like the moonlight clock had shown her. And from that day on, every time Emma passed Morrison's clocks, she felt a small spark of wonder, knowing that sometimes the most extraordinary things are hidden in the most ordinary places.